For your lab scale, you will need to be able to read syringes of different sizes to tell what volume is inside of the syringe. You're going to be looking at the hash marks on the syringe. So this is a 1 ml syringe. You're going to be, the hash marks are at 0.01 mil for each of them. And you can see that we do have the tenths marked off on the syringe. For the 3 ml syringe, it's going by 0.1 mil hash marks, and then for syringes larger than that, like the 6 ml syringe, this one is 0.2 per hash mark, and others will be at 1 mil. To draw up your volume, you will be given a volume that you need to draw up. For a lower slip syringe, make sure you open it correctly so you don't lose your needle. You're going to draw up into your syringe past the volume that you do want to be at the end, and then you're going to cradle the bottle and the syringe in your hand while you tap the air bubbles to the top of the needle, and then you're going to aspirate those air bubbles back, or you're going to inject those air bubbles back into the bottle until you get to your volume. So we're doing 0.51 in this syringe. We're going to recap the needle. Before you change your needle, and you do need to change it because we just dulled it, putting it into a bottle, and we want a sharp needle going into our animal. We're going to aspirate back until we have a good volume of air in the syringe. We want to take whatever is in the hub of the needle out into the syringe so we don't lose that volume. And then you're going to change your needle. Use the little tabs on the needle to put it onto the lower slip syringe, and then you're going to go back to the volume you were at previously, so 0.51. For a lower lock syringe, same thing, you'll draw up your volume, or past your volume, cradle against your hand, tap the air bubble to the top, and then inject it back into the syringe. You don't want to just let go of your syringe in the bottle and then tap it, because you can end up flinging it across the room. So make sure you're cradling it against your hand and get those air bubbles out. And so this one we're going to go to 1.2 mils. To change your needle on the lower lock, you're going to again pull back so that you don't lose volume in the needle, and then you have to turn it, so you unscrew it, and then you're going to screw it into the new needle. When you're changing needles, do not touch the end of the syringe to anything. Don't stick it down on the table. You could end up contaminating it. The same thing with the needle. You're not going to be touching the inside of the hub of the needle, because you will contaminate it. So make sure this stays all sterile. So screw it back on, and then you're going to go back to the volume that you were at previously, and this one is 1.2 mils.